We're live. What's up, dude?
What's up? You're gonna have
Looks
to
like I'm
enlighten
in. Do what?
people. So you're gonna have to enlighten people on where you're
Yeah.
at right now.
I got popped for a charge. I'm in the pen. No, we are at the Great Wolf Lodge, in Charlotte. So my son Brooks, his birthday was yesterday. He turned 4. So we had like my parents and her parents over to the house for dinner. But instead of doing a actual birthday party, we did something different this year and decided to just come here for a couple of days,
That's fun.
try it out.
Did well, what all is there? Like I've seen commercials and stuff, but I've never been to one. So
Hang on one second. Definitely leave that in here. So then when we go to leave, it's already up here and I don't have to go chase someone around. That might be kind of redneck, but so they got these little carts that like a baggage cart that you can put your bags and stuff on. So I've just got ours. I've just got ours chilling in the middle of the room, so that when we leave Saturday, I don't have to go hunting one. Maybe
are
that's
you one of
lazy.
those guys?
Hey, it's better than just leaving it out in the hallway. But anyways, I can't remember what I was gonna say now. Yeah, we did this instead of having a birthday party, which is cool, I guess. But I thought this is freaking expensive.
Yeah, like what all's there? I've never been
Oh,
there.
that's right. You asked what all was here. So um there's like a putt place downstairs. There's laser tag, which where I doubt we'll do the laser tag just because it's 4. But there's like a water park type thing. Like they've got some slides. They've got some tubing slides. They got a I don't know if they've got a lazy river, but they got a wave pool. Um, they got like we didn't do this part, but it's called like Magic Quest or something. Like the kids get like these little wands or something, and they can like go and it's almost like kind of like Harry Potter, I guess. But we didn't. It's kind of weird to me, so we didn't. I'm not trying to raise no weirdo. we didn't. We didn't do that part. But yeah, we're just gonna chill at the water park and I don't know. I guess kind of do whatever he wants to do. I reckon. Build a bear. They got to build a bear. That was part of like our package deal. Got some ice cream shops. Got some like a donut place. It's a money racket. Is all it is, honestly.
Is is that all included in the package you
Yeah.
got? Okay.
Now I mean, there's things that you can add on, like the build a bear thing. It was like an additional $40 or $50 or something. The Some of the stuff's extra, some of it, most of it's included. Like the Magic Quest thing, like it was extra to get a wand or whatever. It's literally a money racket. This really pissed me off when we got here. So it's all inclusive is what they market it as, right? But it's definitely not all inclusive because your food and stuff's not included. But so we pull up and they've got like the automatic little gate things. So we pull up and there's a sign right at the gate and it says, yeah, if you haven't registered yet, click the button for it to print a ticket and you can scan it whenever you go register. And then under that it says parking's $19 a day. And I'm like, so you mean to tell me we just spent $600 to stay here for the weekend, and now I've got to pay 19 extra dollars twice? No, that would be 3 times. Cause yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Do you mean to tell me you're gonna charge me an extra what's that, $57 for parking? Like, dude, that I was like, dude, you've got to be kidding me. I looked at this and I said, I already do not like this place. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, parking's
Stuff like
weird.
that gets to me. Like I get the sense, I guess, from things that John said. I get the sense that we're probably a lot alike. Like I tend to be pretty frugal about stuff like that, at least. Like I'm not gonna. Like 90% of the time, if we go to a restaurant, there's a good chance I'm not gonna get actually what I want to get. Like everybody else is gonna order something, and then I'm gonna be like, this is a little bit more reasonable. Like I
Yeah,
love a fillet, but a
yeah,
fillet is my choice steak. I'm not ordering a fillet at a
yep,
restaurant.
yep.
A sirloin every time.
The number
I
of
hate
times,
that I'm like that.
the number of times I've looked at the menu and seen the steak option, and then ordered something else, just it is what it is.
Same for me. Well, like, dude, I love like a surf and turf type deal, like with
Oh,
a steak and either a lobster tail or a steak and shrimp.
yeah.
I'll never order that in a restaurant unless I'm going and like I know that somebody else is covering the bill, and even then I still don't like doing it.
One of the few times I ever routinely, I should say, the few times I have routinely ordered food that like I normally wouldn't, like pretty much whatever I wanted, was whenever I got cut by teams.
That was like your what would it be called? Oh Lord, we got a crying baby in the room. What was that like? So when you would get cut, you would go and eat like a really nice meal.
Yeah, I'd like
Is that what
order whatever I want off a DoorDash or something like that.
yeah, like sulk in it for a little while, just
Yeah.
stress eat or whatever. Oh Lord,
Someone's
so
not
you're
happy.
getting up to the night. Oh, that does cry. Hang on a second.
No, you're good.
One of them started and the other one continued.
Yeah.
So what's new with you? Anything?
Nothing crazy, man. Just yeah. Well, you heard about? Did you guys like get hit hard by the storm at all or anything?
We didn't get hit as hard as I think they planned on, but we did get. But we got hit. I mean, it was a lot of ice. There were some the thing that wasn't allowed. The thing that wasn't as bad as they suspected was the power outages were not as bad, which
Really?
obviously is a good thing. But there were still some power outages, but it wasn't as bad. Like all power never went out. We were prepared for it to go out, but it never. Thank the Lord, it never went out. That was last the weekend before last, and then this past weekend. Let's see. So they were out of school the week before last, Monday through Thursday. They went back Friday, and then Friday night it snowed again. Which the first time it was just straight ice. It was freezing rain, sleet, no snow. The second time it was all snow, and we've got it's gone now, but last weekend it was Friday, early Saturday morning is when it started snowing, and we ended up getting like 7 to 8 inches.
Oh wow.
Yeah, when we don't get that here
Yeah.
normally, so that was nice because it was just legit snow.
Yeah.
But other than that, did y'all get hit pretty bad?
Yeah, ours was kind of the exact opposite. Well, not completely, it is the exact opposite. So when you guys got all that freezing rain, we got snow and freezing rain, and it took the city out, dude. There's still people without power right now.
Really?
Yeah, so they've been out without power for close to 2 weeks now, and with some people, we were only out for like 2.5 days, us personally, which is really light considering a lot of people. But yeah,
But that's still
Davidson County. Well, that's the thing, though. Davidson County was not prepared well, so
a lot of.
there needs to be at least one firing that's going to happen. Probably multiple firings. So it was really poor. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it's gnarly. Like, you drive around and there's tree limbs everywhere, but it's definitely a new experience for me. I hadn't seen an ice storm like that. So
That's the thing that's bad is the ice. Everything else can be pretty manageable.
yeah,
The ice, you can't do anything with it.
no doubt. No doubt. Did you start John's program? I mean, yeah. How's your knee? Did you get it looked at?
I did.
Okay.
So I went. When did I go? Not this week. I went last week. I was supposed to do a follow up yesterday, and because since we were coming here, I told her I was like, hey, I don't need to leave work early the day before I'm leaving work early to come here. Um. So yeah, she looked at my knee, she looked at my hip and all that, and she said this specific issue with my knee. She said I'm leaning more towards just overuse, and it like because I explained the just like I told you, and a lot of what you said that like the uneven or whatever, because the majority of the pain was like to the outside. And what did she say? The patella. I think you said it too. Is that right? Patella.
Yeah.
She was saying that she thinks that is strained or just overused or just extra tight or something just from running uneven. And she also mentioned, which I guess is I don't know if you would know anything about it, not really being a runner, but she mentioned too that the shoes that I was wearing could have not necessarily hurt it, but could have not helped it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because she said that the shoes that I were, so she was saying that, and also based on the soles of my inside my shoes, that there's more pressure on the outside of my feet whenever I
Yeah.
walk or run. And she was saying that a lot of times the newer age running shoes, most of the time they go for the most cushion that you can get. And she said a lot of times those shoes are like slanted since there's more cushion down here. She said it almost forces you to run on your toes.
Mm.
She said a lot of people it messes with their calves and which can in turn because I told her about the like how the back side of my knee was tight And she was like, well, a lot of times if you're almost like if the way you're running or walking is not aligned with on your toes, like the shoe is almost forcing you to change the way you like your natural mechanics or whatever. And she said that could be part of the tightness between your calf and then your hamstring. She was like a lot of that, it could be this, could be that. But anyway, I say that so she gave me a list of for that and my hip, gave me a list of stretches and little exercises to do twice a day and just to keep doing it to see if keep doing it and just keep she said be smart about what you do with it. Like if you go run, don't push it, don't be stupid. Like just listen to your body. And she also said that she so I told you when we were in Knoxville, I told you about the hip issue and all that. And she was like, she said, well, turn around and just stand there. And so she was behind me, and she said, I can see just the way you're standing. Like, and she was like, are you relaxed? And I said, yeah. And she said that she could see like everything was tilted. And I guess from the hip impingement or something, she said your muscles are tighter on the right side of your body, so it's pulling. And you said the same thing. It's almost as you're moving, everything's so tight that it's almost twisting you, like
Yeah.
in the wrong direction. And she said that she didn't feel like anything in my knee was structural, which was good.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess time's just gonna tell. I'm supposed to go back next week. I think next week, yeah, next Tuesday.
Is it feeling any better?
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I've ran a couple times, and I'll tell you this. It's very interesting. So what day was it? Saturday, maybe. Saturday or Sunday, I biked for 2 hours. No, sorry, not 2 hours. I biked for 30 minutes, and I think I did mixed in some pull-ups with it. Anyway, or afterwards. So I biked for 30 minutes straight, and then I did some pull-ups for 5 or 6 minutes after that. And I was like, I'm kind of curious. And so 5 minutes after biking for 30 minutes, I took off and ran, and I just started running, ran a mile, and I ran like a pretty hard pace. Like I just felt good, and I was like, I'm just gonna push it and see what happens. Ran a pace like a minute, 2 minutes faster than what I'm typically running because I normally don't run for speed. I just kind of run for distance. Dude, my knee felt perfect. Like I say perfect. It was little to no pain. So I told her that, and basically she was like, "Well, that's definitely a good sign, showing that pretty much one probably need to warm up a little bit more, and you need to stretch more before you run. But then I can't. I mean, I guess I could, but I guess it's priorities. Like I don't feel like I'm gonna bike for 30 minutes every time I'm gonna go run. You know what I
No.
mean?
Yeah.
That's not realistic. But I kind of felt like it was a little bit of a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's just different. Like even right now, like certain ways that I'm sitting down in the chair and I'm pulling my foot pulling my foot to me, and I can feel it on the outside of my knee. It's strange. Like it's almost like if I raise my toes up, keep my heel on the ground, and then slide my foot back to me, almost like I would be doing a squat, kind of that flexion. It puts a little bit of a strainy feeling on the outside. But I don't know. I mean, I also haven't done. It's probably tight today because I hadn't done a whole lot this afternoon. But again, I'm just kind of doing what she says and seeing what happens.
Hey, if it's working for now, then that's good. I'm glad it's nothing serious.
I hope not. No, I hope it continues to progress.
Yeah.
I miss being able to just train like nothing's wrong, you know.
Yeah, fair enough. Where are we in tonight?
I don't really know. I thought about that earlier. I was like, or right before we started, like, what are we gonna talk about? I'll just throw out kind of where I've been reading. If that's cool with you.
Yeah.
I've been doing a Bible in a year reading plan with a buddy of mine from the gym. It's the Bible recap, I think is the name of it. But anyways, it takes you through the Bible in a year, and I think it's very similar to a chronological. I don't know if it's 100%, but it jumps around a little bit, like we read like a third of Genesis, and then we read the whole book of Job, and then we continued through Genesis, and now we're in Exodus. And one thing that's kind of stuck out to me, I guess, the last few weeks is, or last few days, I guess. So talking about obviously the beginning of Exodus is with Moses, well the whole book pretty much. Anyway, just about how you hear the cliche saying that God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. You know what I mean? Or I think that's how it goes. But it's kind of been one thing that I've been thinking through is like God doesn't need us, right? God didn't need Moses. God didn't need Aaron. He doesn't need any of it. But he chooses to make the things happen using us. But we have to say yes. You know what I mean? Like it was Moses' choice to do what God said, you know, and had it like look, it's easy to say from this side because if you look from this side, you can see throughout the Bible and you can see what happened because of that. But it makes me think about like all the opportunities that we miss. Like what are we not holding God up on, but what are we changing because we're not? No, that's a terrible way to put it. You see what I'm trying to say? Like what could we be hindering from happening? You know, and
Or
I guess
I know, just to phrase it differently, I completely agree or understand what you're saying. What are we? I would say more so because God's gonna accomplish what He's gonna accomplish regardless of us or not. So what are we missing out on in God's plan? I
yeah.
guess in general, I know what you're saying though. Go ahead.
There was a guy. I can't remember who it was, but I was listening to him one day, and he said that he said one of the greatest fears of my life is he said one of the biggest fears in my life is making it to heaven and God saying, "Well done, my good and faithful servant. You did something. You did this in my name," or blah 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 blah. Now here, let me show you what I had planned for you to do. Or here, how did he word it? Here, now let me show you. I can't remember. Basically, what he was saying was all the opportunities that he chose not to fulfill what he felt like God was calling him to do, or all the people he didn't witness to, or all the people that he chose not to do this for. like how he almost changed his own story. You know what I mean? Like, what, just like what we were saying, what am I missing out on, or what did I miss out on because I chose to be selfish or whatever. But I guess the overall overarching theme about what I've kind of been thinking is like it would we have to do what? I have no idea. Well, we have to be willing to step out of our comfort zone, and we have to be willing to say yes when we don't necessarily know what yes means. You know,
Yeah.
it's just the faith. Like, I mean, you can go 100 different directions with the story of Moses, but today in the reading, it was about when he they come out of Egypt. Uh, they went through the sea, and it was they watched God bring the waters back down, save them from the Egyptians and all. And it was literally like that next day they were complaining because they didn't have food
Yeah.
or they were hungry, or I can't remember what order it was. They hungry, then they he gave them manna and all that, and then the next place that they got to, they were complaining because they were thirsty. It was like, dude, and right after that happened with the Egyptians, they literally tell Moses, we should have just stayed in Egypt. We
Yeah.
should have just stayed slaves. It's like, dude, how closely related are we as people to them in the way we act? You know?
Yeah. No, that's a great reminder. You brought me brought me reminded me of a verse that my I would say at this point he's a mentor, but former small group leader who goes to my church. Really good guy, old dude, lots of wisdom. But First Thessalonians 5:19, do not quench the spirit. Um, I like the Christian Standard Version says, don't stifle it. Don't stifle the spirit. It's like, we have God's spirit living in us, but yeah, I don't understand how that like communication and coordination works where we like sense there's something that we should be doing or that we need to respond to or this or that, and we actively go or just turn the other way or just, oh, I'm busy doing this or something like that. Like how many times are we are we quenching or stifling the spirit in that case that God's put in us? And what possible blessings, not material for us but spiritual blessings in terms of experiencing more of God's grace and love and mercy and justice are we missing out on by quenching the spirit?
I
Because
mean, you hear stories of it all the time. Like, just like this with Moses. Would God have fulfilled it in a different way had Moses said yes and said no? Sure, I'm sure he would have. But we don't. I mean, hypothetically, we don't know. You know, it could have delayed. It could have delayed Israel being freed by 100 years, which could have thrown off Jesus by 100 years. Like it all comes back. You know what I mean? Like just in another uh, real world example, I guess kind of the same, but a little different. Like Tim Tebow, whenever, and I know I bring him up all the time, but when his mom was pregnant with him, the doctors told her that she needed to have an abortion because either Tim was going to die or she was. Well, she chose to listen to the Holy Spirit. She chose to listen to the Lord. She chose to live by that standard, and look at what her son has done, or
yeah,
look at what the Lord has done through her son. You know what I mean? I mean, there's stories like that all around. Not to say that we should do things for. You got to have the right heart about it. but just just using that as an example.
Yeah, I mean, God, like you said, God is sovereign, and God will accomplish whatever He plans to accomplish, um, like on exactly the timing that He's planned it to happen. Like, there's nobody that's going to thwart His plans. But with that being said, like we have an opportunities to step into it and be integral parts of it. And yeah, what 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 does that look like when we do say, like when we cooperate fully versus when we're holding back or something like that? What's
Hey,
up, dude?
What's up?
you got a mohawk? Oh, it looks like you got a mohawk.
It's the way the angle looks.
Yay. Get her put down. Or get her fed.
Yeah, we've been on it today. It's been great.
You look like you're going
What have
for weight.
What have y'all talking about?
What's up?
There's a lot of background noise. Who is that?
Probably me.
Great Wolf Lodge.
Can you tell them to be quiet, Brock?
That's right.
Good luck, dude.
I'll mute my mic while I'm not talking.
So
What have y'all talked about today?
we caught up a little bit, but then we started talking about. I mean, Brock might be able to describe this a little better, but he started talking about his Bible reading plan, and specifically in Exodus, he's reading about Moses and how God has purposed certain works for us to walk in, but like there are times where we might not cooperate fully, or like quench the spirit, as First Thessalonians 5:19 says. And like, what are we missing out on when we do that? What type of spiritual blessings or stuff are we missing out on for not listening fully, or not agreeing? And then he was just giving examples of like the Israelites. They walked through the Red Sea, and then the very next day they're complaining about not getting food, and said, "Hey, we should have died in Egypt," type of thing. Like how fickle we are as humans, that we're not able to trust and depend on.
Or even Moses.
Mm-hmm.
If God tells you to speak to a rock, you speak to a rock. You don't hit it with a stick.
I don't think that was a lack of trust. I think that was just him getting angry. But yes, you're not wrong. He didn't get to go to the promised land because of it.
Think how that conversation went. Like, Moses, you've been pretty good. Like, you've been all right. Unfortunately, your request to go to the promised land has been denied.
Dude, you know what? I bet it was like, I bet he knew it before like the conversation was even going to happen.
Oh, the second he hit that rock with that stick, he's like, gosh dang it, I was so good until this point. The 12th frame.
You got to think, man, that dude was like, he was dang near face to face with God. Like, just that's where that one I was always like, when I was little, I was like, God, that's so harsh. He just got angry for just a little bit. Like, why would you do that to him? But I mean, when you've been face to face with God, that's a different level of holiness. So
You think too, I think about when John just said conversation with God. You think dude was pretty much face to face with God, and God tells him to go to Egypt, and he's like, "Nah."
Yeah, that's a good point.
Nah. He's literally telling the creator of the universe, "Nah, I ain't doing
He's
that."
like, you sure? I've been there. It's not great.
It was like 3 or 4 times. He was like, "No, I can't. Like, I'm not versed enough. I'm not smart enough."
said, what about this other dude?
He talks better.
Why has it got to be me?
You know what's crazy though? Like
Aaron is a great speaker.
I like we look at the Old Testament or even the New Testament with the apostles, and we're just, I know me sometimes I look and I'm
like they're
wow,
so dumb.
They're so dumb. How could they
Yeah,
not?
dude, we're so much worse. We're so much worse.
I know, right? Like, there's a reason why all those stories are in there, because they could look at us and be like, you have the revealed word of God and the Holy Spirit. You're so dumb. Like,
Oh, dude, we're so much worse. I think like Peter got crucified upside down, right? He went through some stuff, right? If you were gonna do that, then why be scared to accept Christ?
Right?
You know, God even tells him, and then he still does it, and then later on is like cool with getting tortured and all that stuff. I mean, if you were just gonna, like, why wouldn't you just be, you know, I don't know. I've always thought that if slight tangent, but like if like Columbine came on, or like this is back when I went in school, I guess, and like somebody had a gun at you and asked you if you believed in God, would you have a problem saying yes? And I'm like, no, I would have no problem. I would be like, this is great. Shoot me. Like, I'm great. I think getting tortured would be different though. Be rough.
So this is.
Go ahead.
You want to go on even more of a side tangent? I'll take you down a side tangent here. Okay. So bear with me.
We got 13 minutes.
Okay, bear with me. But I'm reading in my wonderfully long 1,700-page pathology textbook for one of my classes, and it's on epigenetics.
Yeah, I've had a book like that before.
Yeah. So do you guys know much about epigenetics?
All about it.
Oh, all right. You're not pulling my leg here, right?
No, I've taken pathology. like I've had a pretty like intense pathology class before.
All right, excellent. So you'll be tracking with me then here. But basically the concept of epigenetics in a nutshell is you're given a certain genetic code, but the way it's expressed depends on lifestyle factors, you know, the way you think, social interactions, all sorts of different things. And so in a way they alter the genetic code. It doesn't truly alter it, it just alters what's expressed. So, and that can change how, you know, how your health, the way you operate, the way you live, etc. Well,
that's how you get gay.
I'm not gonna go that far. But
it definitely plays a role. Are you kidding? Like, I 100% it plays a role. I'm not saying that's how everybody gets the gay, but
I'm not.
I think
I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you, but I think that's a little too basic of understanding of that. But it got me to thinking a little bit, like, and you got to be careful with this. I preface this every time I say this because this is something that's really interested me. But if you take it too far, you can get to health, wealth, and prosperity really easily. So obviously, don't want to do that. But it got me thinking, like, when we accept Christ, and then, as in Romans 12:2, if we're actively obeying and meditating on the word, do not be conformed any longer to things of this world, but be transformed. So we're actively transforming our minds by the renewing of our minds, actively renewing our minds, or I should say, you know, cooperating with the Spirit to actively renew our minds, because He gives us a regenerated heart. Is there a chance that we're not just regenerated spiritually, but there's almost a sense of physical regeneration, where even though we're dying, it's not the same? Does that make sense? Like, I'm not saying that we're getting, you know, we're gonna live longer or anything like that, but like, it got me wondering specifically with the guys that went through stuff, that went through torture and went through other stuff. Like, was there, obviously there was, you know, they were on a different level spiritually, but was there a sense too, like, where they were given something to where they could just endure it, and
The
it
ability
was
to take it better.
yeah, you
Yeah.
know, or like
Well, look at John. John, they couldn't kill him. That's why he went to the island of Patmos. They boiled him. What else did they do to him?
Tarred him.
They did 2 or 3 things. They tried to kill him, and they said, "We'll just send him out to Patmos." Who's to say he wasn't like, for lack of better terms, like a Superman? You know,
sure. Well, Paul,
that sounds really silly,
but no, Paul is similar. Like I just read in Acts, like they stoned him, left him out in the city for dead, and then the people are around him, and he just hops up and gets back in and starts preaching again. Like I know, like obviously there's supernatural stuff. God is using was using them in that way, and it wasn't their time yet. But I'm just talking about day-to-day life of, you see people go through, for lack of a better term, go through hell, and they've got the peace that surpasses all understanding, and their bodies aren't wearing down. It seems like they're getting stronger through it. Like, how is that?
I would argue mental fortitude is plays the number one role, and whenever in that, and when you're as spiritually as strong as Paul, which I don't know what that's like, but those guys, you have the mental fortitude in spades. Like it doesn't go it's to the maximum level it can be, and then you can trick yourself into being okay, or like your mind can. It's like people, if you're sick, you're like, I'm not sick, and then you'll heal from your sickness much faster.
Yeah, for sure. It's a really cool concept, I thought, where we don't really understand how the soul operates with the body, but it clearly does. And
cancer. I mean, you know all about this. Like people who are like, oh no, I'm gonna make it. Are 10 times more likely to make it than are to go into remission and go through chemo or get through the chemo process than people are like, I'm gonna die.
Right.
What's the actual stat? It's not 10 times, but it is a more of a success rate.
Oh, I don't know what the actual success rate is. That'd be really hard to measure too, though.
I guess for sure. Yeah.
I think that pretty sure that there's a stat that says that there's a pretty high percentage of diseases start in your head. Like a lot of it is psychological.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is freaking wild, man.
Yeah, at least half the country.
That was solid.
That was funny.
Well played.
Okay. Yeah.
Clip it.
Oh man.
Get us in trouble. Watch. That's going to be Brock's first post, and
that might
is that little clip.
that might send us to the top, dude.
Next Thursday we have 500 live viewers.
Just half the country. Oh man. Oh. But that's my tangent. I thought it was really cool. So something to think about.
No, I think it's cool too. I think it's hard to measure.
Yeah.
And I don't you can't even really do experiments because it's immoral. You could do experiments, but it would be immoral.
Yeah. No, for sure.
How's your foot, Brock? Your knee or your hip? Your body.
No, I'm broken. No, it's getting better slowly but surely. I think I'm taking steps in the right direction. I'm trying to listen to the therapist and do what she says and play nice, and hopefully I'll be back to normal soon. Hopefully.
You gonna be able to run around with the camera?
We'll see.
I think you need to guilt trip Daniel into it.
You could try. It's not happening.
Why are you scared to hold a camera, Daniel?
Because I'm not. First off, when is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
June, the end of June.
I think it's the end of April.
No, it's not that
No,
early.
no. Sorry, Crescendo's the end of April. That's what.
May 29th to the 31st.
To the end of May. Gotcha.
Oh, that's why I can't, because my wife could be having a baby at that point.
Ah, there's hospitals in Knoxville. It's so close to you.
She would not allow that to happen. Sorry.
It's disappointing.
Yeah, well, I wasn't gonna do it anyways, dude. I don't know the sport well enough. Like,
You don't need to know the sport to hold a camera.
that's not true. That's not true.
It is true. The people we have hold the cameras have no idea who people are.
Okay. First off, all right.
And I say, hey, lanes 5 and 2 are going to be really good at this event. Just kind of pan out until round 3, and then start to focus on them if you see anybody get ahead. That's it. You're great. You're so good.
Dude, I'm just imagining like Grant watching the camera work and just yelling at the screen because it's just like, who's this idiot running?
No,
this
it doesn't
camera?
shake. It doesn't shake. I know what you have in your head, and it's not like a cell phone. It's not. It doesn't shake. You hold this like gyroscope deal, and it makes it straight. You could run with it, and it's straight.
No,
Like
I'm talking more like, imagine watching a football game and the person running the camera is only focusing like solely like so close on the ball where you can't see anything else.
And then I'd be like, hey, Daniel, back up a little bit.
Well, I already upset people.
That's it. That's it. Like, yeah, after event 1, it'd be, we might have to make some adjustments, but you would get fine.
I'm telling you, if you need someone, my classmate was actually kind of interested. And
I'm not going to invite some random I don't know. No
He's
offense,
not-
classmate.
He's not a random. Trust me.
Yeah, but I don't know him.
Well, if my word's not good enough for it, then that's fine.
But we have to know the people. I can't talk to your classmate like I would talk to you.
You probably could.
Just saying. He's into CrossFit?
Yeah, he is.
Who's
He
his
actually
favorite CrossFitter?
He watches CrossFit. Like, that's the only sport he watches. That and MMA.
It is weird. CrossFitters don't watch sports. It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird, it's a weird concept.
He's like you guys. He's psycho. He's 45. He's really fit. He works out every day. Like, he's great.
Does he know who I am?
Yeah.
That's my test. He does?
Yes.
Why?
Why? Because he watches
Yeah.
CrossFit, John.
What's his opinion?
I don't know. It wasn't negative or super positive from what I could tell. So.
Oh, okay. Well, you're like,
He
that's
doesn't
my
watch
best. You're like, that's my best friend. I mean, we only talk like once every month, but he's my best friend.
Yeah, I told him that.
Okay. I tell people, hey, remember my football friend? And they're like, no. I go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
We had a blood pressure cuff conversation today, and I talked about your biking thing.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's never going to be replicated by me again, but
Why?
I was
It wasn't. It's not that hard. I think you could do it right now.
No, I couldn't, dude.
Dude, there's no way that was that was not hard. Brock could do it for sure.
No,
You could-
I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. I could do it right now. I thought I was talking about the calories on the assault bike in a minute.
Oh no. I'm talking about your blood pressure cuff.
Yeah.
The thing that people don't do in the first shot.
Yeah, BFR.
What is it?
He had this challenge that apparently Daniel, and correct me if I'm talking about. He could give you $100 if you could get a certain amount of cals in a certain amount of minutes, or if you could hold it for 12 minutes, maybe. It was something like that. But you have to have the blood pressure cuffs.
It. Have you heard of blood flow restriction, Brock? Okay, so you have blood flow restriction on your legs, and then you bike on the assault bike or the road bike, and it's 5 miles in 15 minutes. So I'm pretty confident you could do it.
And
I feel like,
he said
I feel like that would
nobody was.
really bad.
It doesn't at all. He said nobody was
Really?
getting it on their first shot, but they're all trying to go real hard on it. And
Anybody,
go ahead, Daniel.
anybody that has decent like you guys all know how to, as John puts it, know how to hurt. Anybody that knows how to hurt and has aerobic capacity gets it just fine. Unfortunately, like football players might know how to hurt for a little bit, but don't have aerobic capacity. So most of us like go out hard. Like I went out really hard and then I just died at like 8.5, 9 minutes the first time. So
It's like holding 57 or something.
53.
Or 53. Holding 53 for 15. Yeah, bro. But you do have the cuffs on, though. Like you have the cuffs on your legs.
Yeah.
I would say it makes it feel like 10 RPM more. So if you're going 70, it would feel like what 80 feels like in your legs. And then if you went like 53, it feels like what holding 63. But you would do it easy. Because I didn't know what the cuffs would feel like. So I was like really conservative. And then I knew I was going to make it. And then I like sped up pretty hard. And it still wasn't like blowing up on me or anything. Thank you, Kenneth. I'm glad one person on the show appreciates a good fitness program. I offered a lifetime free to these guys. Ungrateful.
Hey, Brock might take it still.
It's like a $6,000 thing I'm just giving you.
That's pretty cool. Thanks, man. That's nice.
Like across 10 years. Just giving you for free.
Well,
It would be cool to have whenever you need it.
Yeah, hey, Brock, like the amount of running you do, minimal running.
he's not going to do it then. He's not going to want it.
You know, it's funny. The podcast this last week on the show, Tyler's wife is she's on JY Barbell Fitness. He's not, but his wife is. And she goes, there's actually like a lot of running. And it's not. But like for CrossFitters, it just feels like a lot of running. It's like one running day a week, maybe two.
What's your running day look like?
Oh, it's usually 5 rounds. So like a 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 cal row, 180, 60, 40, 20 double under, 400 meter. It's like 5 rounds of a 400 meter, but those guys in between.
Gotcha.
And that's like the aerobic day. That's on Saturday. But last week, I think I did run a 5K, but every 3 minutes you have to do 20 pistols.
Ew.
If you can't do pistols, it was 20 air squats.
Ew.
If you can't do air squats, then I guess don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just thinking of the number of air squats I would have to do 5K.
There you go. Kenneth did it.
Every 6 minutes? Every 6 minutes. Okay,
every 6 minutes. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I was thinking how long would it take to do a 5K and then how many pistols you would end up doing. And I wanted it to come out to around 100. So 5 minutes of running, right? It's like a little over 20. So that was the thought process, including 0. But anyway, those are the big, that's the running days. But there's only one of those a week. The rest of it's like lifting and the CrossFit with lifting. A little more lifting. Well, any updates with you guys?
Well,
Brock's still broken. Daniel's still pregnant.
I'm not pregnant. I'm a man. Men can't get pregnant. Hot take there too.
Okay.
We got to cut off though. Brock said hard 9:30 stop time for him. So
yeah, are you good, Brock? You got to go? What are you just, you not want to go? You look like you don't want to go.
I'm good, but yeah, whatever. I got a few more minutes.
Okay, I did the fitness experience this last weekend, and it was
Oh, I forgot. I meant to ask you
terrible.
how y'all did.
The worst. Like, our team didn't do bad, but like the experience was the. We're not doing it again. I don't think I'm going to do the fitness experience again. It was that bad. It was 20 degrees, and their venue is outside. It's like a horse arena, so like it's
that's-
outside,
yeah.
right? And like when you're indoors, like it doesn't. They're not really indoors. Like there's no indoor area, and it was just so cold that it just didn't. Nothing else mattered except that you were cold. You didn't care how you did. You didn't lift as heavy as you wanted to. You didn't run as fast as you wanted to. Like you just everything was bad because it was so cold. Like your hands, like you wore gloves on the on rope climbs, and your can't rope climb as good because of these gloves, but your fingers are freezing off if you don't wear them. Like it was so hard to think of anything besides the cold. And yeah, it was a pretty big damper on everything. One of my girls made the finals, so that was cool. She did good, but there's not a lot to say other than it was just cold. I went for a pretty big jump on a lift and I missed it, so that sucked. But I didn't want to do another one, and some other guy hit something pretty great, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just go 5 pounds more than that guy and just see if I can do it. And like it would have been the most out of everybody in the whole thing, and it buried me. There's 3 hang cleans, 2 front squats, 1 jerk, and I powered the first one. It was 320. I went for 320, and I powered the first one, and then the second hang clean, like just like in the bottom of a like crunched me in the squat, and I stood up, but it was hard. And I was no part of me wanted to go the rest of the complex. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to jerk this anyway. Like my legs are already fried. I probably can get to the jerk, but then I'm going to just be like Bambi legged by the time we get there, you know? And so I just stopped. I was like, well, that's that. Yeah, other than that, it was just cold.
Who has an outdoor competition in February?
They do it every year.
Dude, that's what thing that's hard. Is CrossFit when it's cold is really hard. It's so different.
I think I'm going to do the Monster Games next year. It's in Missouri or Wadapalooza.
The Monster Games are like, aren't those like CrossFit Games, just a knockoff version?
It's like it's very well ran. It's like Syndicate. I would say it's like Syndicate, but it's way more. It's community, not near as much as like elite people.
Gotcha.
So like the people that win it are like semifinals people, but like it's ran super well, but it's more of like the fittest experience or Wadapalooza of the Midwest. Does that make sense? It's not to get to the games. It's not to. I wouldn't call it a knockoff. I would just call it a competition. And it's like the biggest. I would say the biggest one in the Midwest, probably. It's bigger than the fittest experience, and but like not much bigger. But it's indoors. It's in a big church, and I know those guys, and they like me, I like them, and just think it would be a better time. Like, and with those guys, I'm like, hey, Abby Grace, hey, I need you to be quiet.
She's just talking.
With those guys, I'm like, hey guys, this sucks. Like, you need to change it, and then they would change it.
That's cool.
Or tell me, well, it can't be changed. I'm like, cool, but the fitness experience people, like, I don't have any relationships with them at all.
I thought you knew everybody at this point, man.
I know who they are. I don't have relationships with them. That's a different thing.
Oh, okay.
I think Wadapalooza will be fun. fun to do.
Wodapalooza would be really fun, but the hard part about that is it's during the open, and it's hard to like go away from my gym during that time. You know what I mean? So, but it would be. It's also harder to get into. Like, just really good people do it, so it's the levels a little bit higher, which is fine. But I don't know if I'm making the top division in that one.
So you think with the new format this year, you got a chance of semifinals this year?
Yeah, I think I'd have to get lucky, but yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
Again, I'd have to get lucky, but I'm trying to be fit right now. I'm the weakest I've been in a while.
What are you weighing? Because I know forever you were like upset you couldn't get below 200 after you bulked up.
I'm still not below 200. I'm 202.
All right.
So like I'm doing good. Like I'm decently ripped out right now, but that's I might have just murdered my low 200 self by doing that because it's so hard to get down there. It's no, I'm in the process of trying to be pretty fit right now, and I'm weak. I feel it. I feel how weak I am, but it's what you have to be. I told Bill Leahy, he went to the games. He's kind of like fringe, goes to the games, top semifinal guy. Like sometimes makes it, sometimes doesn't. But he won the fittest experience pretty handedly, and I was talking to him, and he beat me in the complex. And I go, it's weird because like when I want to be strong, I'm stronger than all of y'all, but my fitness is just so much less. It's like just incomparable. And then when I want to be fit, I'm the same strong as you guys. I'm weaker. Like I'm not stronger than you guys, and my fitness is still incomparable to you guys. like it's just a slightly better version of what I am, but so much weaker. And then when I want to be strong, I'm a slightly less fit version, but like 30 pounds stronger on everything. It's hard to really sell out for your fitness.
That's always been kind of your deal.
Yeah, I know. But like it's nice to be stronger than everybody. You know, literally the fittest people in the world, I'm like, you can't do this. And I can't. But I just dropped 30 pounds in strength on everything when I start trying to be fit. And I'm still strong, but my fitness is just barely better it doesn't take the same jump. Does that make sense? So like as an athlete, there's way less things. Like I'm just not impressive at anything.
Yeah.
I'm the fittest version of myself, but I'm just nothing about me is impressive.
Are you
I know.
When you're all done trying to be competing in a CrossFit environment, are you going to get strong and maintain a lower level of fitness, or are you going to
I kind of think I'll go the other route. Which I was trying to be done when I did Grid League. I thought that was it. I'm done trying to be fit. And because they didn't have quarterfinals, they did away with quarterfinals. And I'm like, well, now I'm never going to make it because quarterfinals is the only way I was ever going to make it because they have one aerobic workout that's 20 minutes plus, and the rest is, you know, muscle endurance or really heavy or really hard skill wise, right? Like a lot of ring muscle ups or something. And that was the only way I was going to ever make semifinals is that, right? And then they did away with it. So I was like, okay, well, I think that's it. Of trying to be the fittest that I can be. And then they came back with it. So they're like this. So now I thought I was done. Now I'm going to make another run at it. But no, when I'm done, I think I might try to get strong to do like a quest. You know what I mean? Like snatch 330 or something like that. But I really think I'm going to go the opposite way. I think I'm going to like try to get to 170 and like go to France and bike.
Dude, there's no chance you get to 170. No chance.
If I just don't lift ever again,
No chance. Absolutely no chance.
I think I'll go completely aerobic.
I'll eat chicken tenders and get down to 170.
No,
way.
I'm saying like don't lift ever and then just bike 100 miles every day. Like that's what would happen.
You can't not lift. It's like a drug at this point. You can't.
I don't lift now.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
I don't. That's why I'm weak.
Well, if anything, me telling you can't do it will actually give you a shot to do it.
To get to 170. If I was 170, what would you think of me? Would you be like, you're a little boy, you're Eric Esperum?
I mean, yeah, you're dang near Eric Esperum at that point.
You know what's sad is I'll probably be the fittest I've ever been, like in CrossFit. But like I won't have a chance to do anything because I won't be strong enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be like Brock. No offense, Brock.
That's brutal, dude.
Mark Cavendish was 175, so that's my goal.
Let's do this one thing before
Okay.
we
Yeah.
sign up.
And we need to pray.
But before that, which part of that man challenge you sent was the most ridiculous in your opinion? You gotta pick one.
Ooh. Probably the swim.
Yeah.
I just think half the population swims, and that time is not an easy time. Like you got to be a pretty good swimmer to do that.
Yeah.
For the general population, for sure. Like I know, like Sarah's like that's not that fast, but like general population, you got to be a pretty good swimmer.
Yeah.
Why? Which one do you think? I mean, the pull-ups are pretty crazy too.
Just
10
pull-ups.
10 strict pull-ups for the average guy that you should be able to do.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Like you're not a man if you can't do that. But he was like, it doesn't matter what you weigh, right? So if you're 280 and you're 6'5", you're not a man if you can't do 10 strict pull-ups. I mean, that's tough, man.
Yeah. Yeah. He was just saying every man, like if you want to be a man, this is what you have to do.
You're 57 years old.
That's funny, dude. Yeah, that's hard. That's some hard stuff for sure.
Yeah, well, he's on crack, and I don't agree at all. I think he's 5'4", 140 pounds, and was a Navy SEAL, and he is a skewed idea. You know, everything was 10 reps of body weight.
Mm-hmm.
I should just say you're not a man if you can't hit 3,000 on a rower, just power output. If you can't hit 3,000 on a rower, you're not a man. I don't make the rules. It's what it is.
You would have just made the rules there. But
and guess what? Guess what? He can't do that. Brock could do that. You could do that. I can do that. We're all three very different bodies. He can't do that. Or hit 100 RPMs on a bike. That's a very doable RPM.
Yeah.
I don't know, 10 reps of bench press with your body weight, I think is pretty difficult too. For the average man.
Dude, that one would be a struggle for me.
That's yeah, you're kind of that would be hard for you.
That'd be really hard.
That 240 for 10. Oh no, Daniel.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting that.
I think when you were in the NFL, you couldn't do that.
maybe.
You're 20 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I'm doing that.
So like for general population, I think it's either the swim or the bench press.
There's several that I'm like, it's like
you gotta think most guys, like, 200 for 10 is not easy on a bench press.
No, yeah.
Like just for your average guy, like think how hard that is. Like I think 225 for one is like a consensus. You're a man. Like I think most people think if you can do 225 for one, you're not a
weekly.
you can protect your wife. Like
Yeah.
you're not like somebody can't just come up and take your wife from you and you can't do anything about it, right? Like 225 for one, like you are in that category, right? That's what I would put that number at 225 for one. Like is you should be able to do this as a man. Really 185, but like if you want to, I would probably say 185. If you can't do 185, then you should be embarrassed. Like that's the type of what I'm right.
Yeah, I got you.
I think that's fair, don't you?
I think the sandbag was pretty ridiculous too.
The sandbag is ridiculous. Yeah, the
I mean,
sandbag, and people don't understand what that is unless they've done a sandbag clean. Think about this, Daniel. You got to do a 250-pound sandbag clean, and like you can do it, but that would be extremely hard for you.
Yeah, it'd be really hard.
Because 250 is like I'm pretty filthy at that stuff, and 250 is not easy. Like I got to kind of like for it. You got big arm, you got long arms, so it'd be a little bit easy. Just anatomically, it'd be a little bit easier for you, but it's still that's a hard sandbag clean.
Yeah.
And every man would round up to 200 pounds. I'm telling you right now, there is maybe 7 guys in my gym who could do a sandbag clean at 200 pounds. And this is your average man. Like they're not, competing or like, semi-professional athletes. Like they're just people who are trying to be their fittest self. And I'm talking 7 guys.
Yeah, I mean, if you weigh 140, a lot of this is definitely easier for sure. So maybe you can do all this when you're 170, John.
I can do. I'll never be able to do the swim. But I don't know why there was a shot at me. I can do all of that stuff. Brock, can you bench 200 for 10?
I think I probably could, yeah. Close to it. I hadn't benched in a while, but I would say that I'll test that. I need to.
I think it'd be around there.
It wouldn't be easy, but I think I can do it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who would this be the easiest for. I guess all of it's lifting and pull-ups and stuff. Like the only running thing was a 7-minute mile. Can you swim good, Brock? No. So Daniel would probably be the only one who could do all of it.
The longest I've swam is, I think, I did a competition one time, and I think it was a 350 meter swim. I did fine with it. But as far as the 500 meter in 10 minutes, I really don't know. I don't. Right this moment, no shot.
Yeah, Daniel, I think you're the only one who could do it.
That's 50 meters every 10 or every minute. Like that's not easy at all. No,
but you're the best swimmer, and you can do all the rest of the stuff.
I could
not easy. Not what?
I cannot do all the rest of the stuff.
What can you not do?
I don't think I can bench press my body weight for 10 minutes. And the 7-minute mile run, I've never tried.
I think you could. I think you'd be hurting. I think it'd be a wrap, but I think you could.
Yeah, those are the 3. It's the bench press, the mile run, and the swim that I'm like. Everything else, yeah, I can do. But
well, the fact that you're an ex-NFL person and me and Brock would like to consider ourselves somewhat fit and we can't do it is a little, I just can't do the swim. The rest of the stuff I can do very easily.
Yeah.
But I can't swim 200 meters in 10 minutes. So
thought you were going to fix that.
I know there's no need. I'm never going to be fit enough where I need it. I have, if we go to Waterpalooza, I'll have to swim, and we'll see. I need to Google like how far you can touch in that water, and then like how far you actually have to swim. I got about 100 meters in me, and then it starts locking in. It starts locking up.
And this is like freestyle, or are we doggy paddling?
Freestyle. I can freestyle.
Okay.
I can freestyle. I think 100 meters, and if I couldn't, I would come up, and then I would go again, and I'd come up. I could tread water and then go right. For 100 meters, but like we're about done. Like I don't think I can make 150.
Did you see the story of that Australian kid? Dude, I'm gonna send it to you guys. It's wild. He swam. His family got washed out to sea. They were kayaking, got washed out to sea. He swam 2.5 miles in open ocean water to get help. 2.5 miles.
Gosh.
13 years old.
Did he know where he was going, or was he like, I'll just go until I see land?
Going to the beach type of thing. Like, I'm swimming to the beach. I'm making it to the beach.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Did his family die?
No, I think everybody's fine.
Well, then they weren't in that much trouble because that took him 2 hours.
No, it didn't. It took him several hours, but they got washed out to sea. They couldn't make it back.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. If several hours passed.
His dad must be a friggin' dweeb.
I guess, dude.
I mean, you could have paddled back in several hours.
No, he tried. That's the thing. He tried.
Okay, but he could swim?
He tried with the kayak, and it was just taking on too much water. Then he ditched the life vest because the life vest was just restricting him too much, and swam all the way.
He's got to be real confident in his swimming abilities. That's you get like 800 meters in and be like, I think I overestimated it a little bit. Oh, okay.
Crazy.
That makes me cringe a little bit.
So,
just like,
All right, I got a screaming baby. I gotta go.
yeah. I got to put mine to bed too.
okay. What am I praying for?
The babies.
All right. I'll pray then. All right. Dear Lord, thank you for this time. Appreciate the opportunity to hang out with these guys, fellowship some. I pray that we will go about our weeks honoring you and everything that we do, that we will seek to not quench the spirit and to give our lives to you fully, submitting every single day. I pray for John and Brock and getting these babies to bed, and that it'll go smoothly. In your name I pray, amen.
Amen.
All right. Good to see you, gentlemen.
Yeah. Sorry I didn't come on at the right
We'll do it again next week.
All right.
Yep. All right. Bye, guys.